Hello, it's a sunny morning here on Dartmoor towards the end of March, and fire and water have been battling it out for weeks now. The sun threatening to come through, trying to come through, but these endless downpours of rain. Um, but it's sunny this morning, so it's like maybe we're on the way out. Um, the English, we love to talk about the weather, and we've talked about the weather for hundreds of years. It was noted hundreds of years ago by Samuel Boswell, who was Scottish. But the great thing about the weather here is it's always changing. So it gives us something to talk about. It oils the wheels of intercourse with people, between people. So I'm going to be talking about the elements. That's why I've called this two-part, probably, series Your Indigenous Soul. At least I think I'm going to call it that, because the elements bring us back to that. They bring us back to that raw experience that we've forgotten in the abstraction and busyness of modern life. We've forgotten that primal sense of connection, fire and water and earth and air, which is who we are. And the sun in your chart gives you your leading edge into those elements, tells you who you are elementally, tells you who you are, if you like, as an indigenous soul, as a raw, natural, wild being, what it is that you come from. And so I'll be going through the signs in that spirit, telling you who you are, kind of, or letting the universe tell you who you are. And I'll also be saying something about, you see, our chart isn't just the sun, it's also all the planets, and they're all in signs, and each of those signs have elements. So we have an elemental balance that we can also look at that helps us know who we are. So I'll describe how to do that at the end, and a few things about that. Or probably at the end of the second one, or the third one. I don't know how long it's going to take, because they're 10 minutes each, these ones. Because we live in an internet age. And it's good. 10 minutes is good, because it gives you certain chunks, if you like, to absorb, to sit with, to listen to, and then go away and sit with. And then you can come back to the next lot. So it's quite good. People complain about the short attention span of the internet, but there's good things. And if you're a speaker or if you're a writer, you have to stay to the point and not just ramble on about the weather like I was. So the elements are more fundamental than the signs in astrology, because there's 12 signs, which are starry constellations, but each of them belong to one of 4 elements. So the elements are more primal, they're more primary. And they're something we can experience, that we are close to physically. Fire, earth, air, and water. That's the order they come in the signs. One grows out of the other in a repeating cycle. But even fire, earth, air, and water is an abstraction, because they're like principles. Let's bring it even closer to experience, and let's call it sun, soil, rain, and wind. You can taste them. You can touch them. If you want to hear me talking about the elements in greater detail, as it were, I have a book that I wrote on the medicine wheel. That's this one here. You can find it on Amazon, because the medicine wheel, a Native American teaching, uses these same 4 elements. And I come at it primarily through that. So get hold of that book, give it a rating on Amazon, and you will get a free reading. Same if you do it for my book, Surfing the Galactic Highways, which is my astrology book, which is not a cookbook. It's a series of essays, if you like, giving my basic outlook on astrology in my usual readable and enthusiastic way. So back to the elements. Because you see, your sun sign, the sun is the biggest planet in the sky, or the biggest object. And so it's the most important. So it tells you it gives you the most important elemental information about you. Which of these are you? Sun, rain, soil, or wind? So I want to say something about the nature of the elements, psychologically, so to speak, before I go on to talk about them in terms of the signs. So fire. Fire, if you like, is initiation. It's that new life which is always pouring in. It's the nature of life to keep moving forward. It doesn't stand still. There's always something new coming. If you look at nature, it's like that. It's always standing. It's always not standing still. It's always moving. Even if you look at a tree, if you look at a tree that's hundreds and hundreds of years old, it still has new leaves each season. And there's a majesty in its oldness. It's not just falling apart. There's a majesty there, and there's a particular nature it has. I mean, the home, probably thousands, maybe, of different species of insect and fungus, and you name it. So life, it keeps moving and it keeps unfolding. And that is the nature of fire. And if you're fiery, there's this, you have this enthusiasm for life. You have this, what is it that's coming next? What is it that does it for me? What is it that'll give me an adventure? What is it that thrills my imagination? What is it that I would love to be doing? So this is the nature of the fire. We've all got fire in us somewhere, and it's that kind of element. It's got the magic in it. It comes from somewhere else. Yeah. When we're born, it's fire coming in, which is Wordsworth in the Prelude says. Our birth is but a sleep and a forgetting, the soul which rises elsewhere, and is our life's star, hath had elsewhere its setting. Something like that, and cometh from afar. Trailing clouds of glory do we come. So we come in as this fire, trailing clouds of glory. We have this thing to live out, this destiny, if you like. Yeah. This, in a way, the astrology chart is fire because it's the beginning. And the beginning is fire. It's Aries, the first sign of the zodiac. Fire. Next comes earth. Earth, incarnation. It's no use having all this fire, all these great ideas for things we could do, unless we incarnate. And this is so the fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And they're each those elements in different ways, which I'll be coming to. But Earth, incarnation. Yeah. So we show up on the planet. Our spirit shows up. That's what we're here to do. Spirit having an experience of embodiment. And that's where we learn. That's where the richness comes from. That's where the joy comes from. So this is what the earth element is good at, or is here to be, here to do. Air. No, yes, air comes next in astrology. Air is the ability to have perspective. So remember these keywords: fire, initiation; earth, incarnation; and air, perspective. Yes, it is the ability to use ideas, but primarily it's that ability to stand back and weigh things up. It's that abstraction. Of course, the danger of it is you become disembodied, but you have that ability to stand back and look. And that's what humans find so difficult. They believe what they want to believe. They're in their experience. Yeah. Facts make no difference to what they believe. It can make discussion really difficult. But that's what the air is able to do. And then water is feeling. That's where we listen to those currents that flow through us, that tell us how we are, tell us how the world is able to love in these different kinds of ways and connect. It's the element that connects us to ourselves and to the world and to other people. Okay, until the next time.